guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a declutter video. I'm really in the process of reorganizing and getting rid of a lot of stuff in my room, and I find that it really helps my anxiety because it just kind of makes me feel in control of something. And the thing that I will be decluttering today is my nail polish collection. As you can see behind me, I have this whole row, there's a whole another shelf down here. I'll get a full shot in a minute, but I really went through this phase where I was really into collecting nail polish. This is just so much. I don't really use a whole lot of it, so I'm feeling like I really should just kind of pass that along, get them moving to a new home or something. This nail polish, a lot of them have, really been with me through a lot. After my first year of college, I took a couple years off, and then when I decided to go back to school, I went out to Houston, and all this nail polish pretty much took a trip with me there, and I was there for like 6 months, and then I moved back east and all the nail polish came back with me, and then I went back to school here, and I lived in 2 different apartments during my last 3 years of school, and all this nail polish made each journey with me. And then after I graduated, I moved out to Arkansas, all this nail polish came with me, and then when I moved back east last year, all this nail polish came with me. However, while a lot of these do hold some sort of sentimental meaning to me, I really just kind of need to hopefully get rid of a decent amount. I don't use a whole lot of them to the extent that they should probably be used. B, a lot of them probably can't be used anymore. They're probably dried up and things like that. And C, if I can clear up more space, then I can use some more shelf space for other things like books or eyeshadow palettes or what have you. And so with that, let's dive right into it. So as you can see, here's the first shelf. I have a whole nother one, and then there's an even bigger shelf that is full, and then just a couple boxes on the bottom, and I just really need to let a lot of these go. Alright, so I've decided the best way to do this is just to grab a couple of handfuls at a time and go from there. So the first one is this Nails Ink Blue. It's really pretty. It's in the shade Baker Street. I feel like Beyonce wore this one. Like, I don't know why I'm correlating the two, but I think she did. This is actually a really pretty blue. It's probably one of the blues I do reach for the most, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. The next is this Sinful Colors in the shade Olympia. I think they did like a Greek themed collection once, and the collector in me wants to keep it for that purpose, but it's just honestly not a shade that I ever use, and I don't think that I ever liked it. I think it kind of goes on streaky, so I'm going to declutter that. The next one is another Sinful Colors. This is the collection they did with Kylie Jenner. This was the only one I picked up, but I really liked it. The name of the color was Slay Gray. It's actually a really beautiful gray with these shimmers in it, as you can see. And I do actually use this one still, so I'm going to be keeping this one. Next is this Sephora by OPI. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure they actually make nail polishes anymore together. And this is in the shade Shiny Dancer, which I love. Tiny Dancer is one of my favorite songs by Elton John. I am not sure I'm going to keep this though, because I just never use it. So I'm going to put it in the no pile. Another Nails Ink. It's matte in the shade Heathrow. I'm not going to keep it. I've had it for a long time, and I honestly don't like matte shades, so I always end up putting a top coat on it, and I have other nudes I think that I reach for more, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Next is this OPI in the shade I Don't Give a Rotterdam. It is a beautiful shimmer. You can kind of see it. It looks better on the nail. I'm going to keep this. This is from when they did a Holland collection, and I believe that's right around when I first started really collecting nail polishes, so I am going to be keeping probably all of them from that collection. Next is a Deborah Lippmann. This is in the shade Harem Silks from Bombay. I am going to keep it for now because it is a really pretty color. It does dry matte, I'm pretty sure, so I always, again, put top coat because I don't like matte nails. Next is this China Glaze. You can't really see the name very well. It's in the shade Get Carried Away. It's a glitter. This goes on kind of sheer, but you can definitely build it up and it gives it more of a jelly look. I'm going to get rid of it though because I never use it. This is another China Glaze in the shade Hook and Line. It is, I believe, from when they did the Hunger Games collection. I'm going to keep it for that reason. The next one is this A. England. I really love this brand. This is a beautiful hollow. You can see it's very pretty and shimmery. It's in the shade Escallion, but I think I kept this in a storage container and it kind of exploded and had some little issues. I can no longer open it. I have tried. I have another A. England in the shade St. George. I really love the shade. It's actually the one I have on my nails. My nails don't look really great right now, but I love this one so much, so I'm definitely going to be keeping it. I have another OPI in the shade Wouldn't Shoe Like to Know. Oh my gosh, their names are so funny to me. I love them. I love this one. Again, this is from the Holland collection. Definitely going to be keeping this because I also get a lot of use out of it. Next is this Nicole by OPI. I have not seen a Nicole by OPI in so long. I don't know if they even still make it. This is Completely in Love. So this is when they did a whole line with the Kardashians. I like this. This is a very nice built up pink. I'm going to keep it for now. Cult Nails. This was an indie brand. They no longer are in business, which makes me sad. I really loved them. This is in the shade of My Kind of Kool-Aid. And I am also going to be keeping this because I really love this shade. And see, there's a lot of beautiful shimmers in this purple as well. Next is this Essence in the shade Jeans On. Now, I really actually love Essence nail polishes. They're really cheap and they are excellent quality. And this is a beautiful blue, so I am going to keep it. Next is the shade 2010. It's from an indie brand. I cannot think of the name. I'm going to go try to find it, and if I do find the name, I will just insert it over here somewhere. I think it's still pretty good. I'm going to keep it because it is a mini. My goal will be to try to mostly use this up by the end of this year. Pretty and Polish, which is an indie brand. It's in the shade Bayou Blitz. It's a mini, and it has like some matte glitters in there. I honestly never used this. I carried this around with me for years and years, and I've never used it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Next, I have this Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in the shade Teeny Greeny Bikini. It's a beautiful green glitter shimmery thing. Metallic-y kind of on the nail, I think. I just don't ever use it, so I am going to get rid of it. Next is this Milani Nail Lacquer 3D Holographic. The shade High Tech. It's green. It's beautiful. I went through this phase where I was like super into hollows. That's why I have a fair amount. I just also never use this, so that's also going to get decluttered. Next is this Deborah Lippmann in Almost Paradise. They did release some sort of collab with Footloose when they did the remake a few years ago. I want to keep it for that reason alone, but I honestly never use it, so I'm going to declutter it. Next, I have another Deborah Lippmann in the shade Across the Universe. I love this shade. It's a beautiful dark blue with blue-green glitters in it, and it really reminds me of like mermaids. I love it. I'm keeping it. Next is this China Glaze in the shade Electric Beat. It's a nice blue. Again, I never use it though, so I'm going to declutter this. I have this OPI. It's in the shade He's My Surfing Instructor. It looks like it's really goopy. I could probably fix it with some thinner, but I am not going to. I'm just going to get rid of it. I have another indie brand, DDP, in the shade Vegas Showgirl. It does remind me of Across the Universe. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, especially since I am keeping Across the Universe and they're so similar. Next is this Sinful Colors in the shade Zeus. It's from that Greek collection. This is a beautiful bluish purplish with some pink shimmer. I'm going to keep this one. Next is this Hologram Effect by Layla. It's Mermaid Spell. I am going to keep this because not only is it a very beautiful blue hollow, I have very sentimental value to this. When I lived in Houston, I did get mugged and I had to have major surgery. And when I was recovering, one of the first times I went out, I went to Ulta with my dad and I picked this up, and you know, fashion and nail polish was really like the highlight of my life at the time. That's really what got me through recovery. So I will be keeping this. Next is this Maybelline in the shade Crushed Crimson. It was limited edition. It's this nice red and gold sparkly glitter deal, but I am not going to be keeping it just because I never use it. This was another indie. It was by Whimsical Ideas by Pam. This is definitely, you know, something that reminds me of peanut butter and jelly. It's this pinkish gray with gold glitter. It is absolutely beautiful on the nail. I'm going to be keeping it. Next is this Model's Own in the shade Indian Ocean. This is so stunning. You can see how it's blue and then it's got the pink reddish shimmer inside. It is absolutely stunning. I'm keeping this. Next is another Sally Hansen in the shade Set Sail. This is a beautiful blue. I'm going to keep it for now. I might change my mind later, but for now it's staying. First up, Sinful Colors in the shade Athens. Again, part of that Greek collection. I don't think I'm going to keep it though, because I just never use this shade. Next is this Salon Perfect glitter thing. It's in the shade Plumeria. Oh my gosh, I love plumerias. Those are my favorite flowers. This is very beautiful, but I never, ever, ever, ever use this, so I'm going to declutter it. Maybelline in the shade Lasting Lilac, Declutter. Sally Hansen's like more of a nude in the shade Whisper, never used, Declutter. Julep, I used to have a subscription to them when they first came around. This is the shade Charlotte. It's a nice purple, again, never used, Declutter. Colt Nails in the shade Seduction. This is a beautiful purple with lots of stunning flakes and it's so pretty. I'm definitely keeping this. Lush Lacquer, another indie brand in the shade Salsa Verde. This is a nice glitter top coat. It's got greens and golds, but I don't use it, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Another OPI in the shade Amazon Amazoff. I think this was from a Brazil collection. This is a nice blue, but I don't wear it. I probably won't ever wear it, so I'm going to declutter it. Another OPI, this one is the shade Thanks a Windmillion. This is again from the Holland collection. I'm going to keep it. Here's another Layla Hollow. This one's a purple one. It's in ultraviolet. I already said my sentimental reasons for loving these nail polishes, so I'm going to keep it. This is another Layla. It's glitter this time, the ceramic effect. This is the shade name, shade number. It's the only one I could find on here. Again, I got this at the same time as the hollows. I'm keeping it. Next is this Revlon purple glitter. It's in the shade Scandalous. Keeping it. This is one of the first nail polishes I ever fell in love with. This one is from Hits. It's a Brazilian brand. It's in the shade Foxtrot. I love this. This is a purple with beautiful, beautiful flakes in it. I love a good flaky nail polish, so I am definitely keeping this. An Essie Luxe Effect in the shade Shine of the Times. It's a beautiful flake top coat, but I don't ever use it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Here is another OPI. It's a green glitter in the shade Fresh Frog of Bel Air. They did a Muppet collection a few years ago. I am going to keep it because I do like this green and silver glitter, and also I think I'm going to keep all the ones I have from the Muppet collection. This is another OPI. I'm sorry, the OPI lettering is not really showing up very well on the camera, so I apologize for that. This is from their designer. That's what the DS stands for, in the shade Mystery. It's a black-ish color with these shimmers in it, as you can see. I don't like it. I've tried to use it a few times and it just never works out for me, so I'm going to be decluttering that. Next is this China Glaze in the shade For Audrey, so it is definitely a Tiffany blue. This is the first China Glaze I ever got, I believe, and I love the shade. I will be keeping it. Here is an old Essence Color and Go from before they redesigned their packaging. This is the shade Choose Me. It's a nice glitter, but I'm going to be decluttering it because I never use it. Here's another A. England Purple Hollow in the shade Lady of the Lake. I love this. It's so pretty. How many more times can I say I love this about something? I guess we will find out, but I'm going to definitely be keeping this. This next one is by Lacquer Convention. Again, another indie brand, the shade Pop Tart. And you can see why. It definitely does remind me of a Pop Tart. The shade is beautiful. I am keeping it. Here is another Sephora by OPI in the shade I'm So Sorry. I've never even opened this. I'm going to just declutter it because clearly I will probably never get around to using it because I've had it for a very long time. Another Sephora by OPI. The shade is It's Totally Karma. It's a green that I never use, and so I will be getting rid of it. Nails Inc. in the shade Belgrave place. Belgrave. Oh my gosh, I can't remember how to pronounce that. Sorry. It's a nice deep blue, but I'm not going to be keeping it. It's another Nicole by OPI. I still have this on here, though I'm pretty sure I used it. So you can see it's the Kardashian color. And it's called Back to Reality TV. I think I have a similar shade. I never use this, so I'm going to be decluttering. Another Nicole by OPI. The shade is My Empire, My Rules. I'm pretty sure this was also a Kardashian color. This was a Kris Jenner color, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of separated. You could probably roll it and shade to fix it, but I'm gonna just get rid of it. And again, another Nicole by OPI in the shade I Shop Vintage. I love the name of the shade. I never use this though, and loving the shade name is not a reason to keep it. Oh, my hand is shaking so bad, I don't know why. Alright, declutter that. Alright y'all, I just filled a whole section of nail polish and then realized I wasn't recording. Story of my life, and I would redo it, but I just can't remember which shades were in that particular segment, so sorry. First up is another OPI. See You Next Summer. This is a nice shade. It's a grayish shimmer. I'm gonna keep it. Here is another essence from an old formula in the shade You Belong to Me. There's some weird gunk on it. I had some of my nail polish stored in this bin, and something, I don't know what, spilled and leaked over a few of my shades. I'm gonna get rid of this, not only for the gunk, but just because I never use this and I think this has seen better days. Nails ink. This is in the shade Warwick Way. This is a really pretty blue, but I never use it. And since I am really trying to cut back and clean out my nail polish, I am going to get rid of it. Here's a China Glaze in the shade Bizarre Blurple. It is definitely a Bizarre Blurple. I definitely got it because it was in a Halloween collection. I don't really like it though. I'm going to get rid of it. Here is this China Glaze in the shade Aggro. This was also from the Hunger Games collection, so I'm going to keep it. This China Glaze in the shade Smoke and Ashes is from the Hunger Games collection as well. If I'm not mistaken, this was representing District 12. It's a dark shade and it's got these really dark, fine glitter shimmers in the blue-ish green. I'm going to keep it. I actually really like this color. Here's another OPI in the shade Where's My Bikini Top. Honestly, I don't like this color. I'm going to get rid of it. What do you know? Another Nicole by OPI Kardashian color. This is the shade One Big Happily Family. Oh, that's funny. See, they have really funny names. I love this. But I'm not going to keep this. This is a nice purple shimmer, but I'm just probably never ever going to use it again. So, goodbye. Here's another Cult Nails in the shade Living Water. Honestly, I'm going to keep all my Cult Nails as a warning. So, yeah, I'm keeping this. Another Deborah Lippmann. Dancing in the Sheets. This is also from that Footloose collection. I want to keep it for that reason, but again, like the other Deborah Lippmann, I decluttered. I never use this. I'm never going to use it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Julep. This is in the shade Sophia. It's a pastelish green with green glitter. Haven't used this in years. Never going to use it again. Goodbye. Another China Glaze in the shade Stone Cold. Again, Hunger Games. Gonna keep that. Last one from that group is Typewriter Keys from the indie brand Polish. I loved this. This was a top coat. I don't know, it seems like it's separated a lot and really would have to work with it. I know I've had this forever, so I am going to sadly declutter this. Here's Maybelline Color Show. This is from their Denims collection. The shade Styled Out. I want to keep it because I really love denim and denim themed things, but I never use this, so I'm going to get rid of it. This is OPI in the shade Dutch I Just Love OPI. It's a really pretty purple with what really makes it is this gold reddish shimmer in it, and I'm definitely keeping it. Again, this is from the Holland collection. Alright, next is another Revlon shade. This one is Impulsive. It's a nice purple, but I never use it, and I'm honestly probably never going to, so I'm going to declutter it. Next is this essence in the shade Let's Get Lost. As you can see though, it's dried up, and oh, the brush is probably lost in there somewhere, so this is clearly not even usable at all, so it's going to go. Next we have another Sephora by OPI. This is in the shade Read My Palm. I like this color, but I don't know if I necessarily like it for my nails, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Another Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear. This one is in the shade Breezy Blue. It's a nice pale blue. It's a little bit pearlized. I'm just not really gonna ever wear it, I don't think, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Here's an LA Colors. It's in the shade Gravity. I love this color, but I did not like this formula, so I'm going to get rid of it. Here's another Cult Nails. I already said I'm not getting rid of any of my Cult Nails. This is a beautiful color. It's the shade Let Me Fly, keeping it. Here's another OPI. This is in the shade You're Such a Budapest. This is a really nice shimmery purple, but I'm going to get rid of it. Again, another OPI. This is the shade Significant Other Color. It's a nice sheer color and it's pretty buildable from what I remember, and it's got beautiful shimmers, but I just don't find myself ever wearing this, so I'm going to declutter it. Here's a Hard Candy. This is a glitter top coat in the shade King of Pop. I don't know if this is still usable or not. It looks like it's still pretty usable, but I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Again, another Whimsical Ideas by Pam. This is in the shade Seuss. Obviously, it's very Cat in the Hat reminiscent, a blue with these silver and red and some fine blue glitter. I love this, obviously keeping it. Another Cult Nails Hard to See. This is in the shade Toxic Seaweed. I absolutely love this shade. This is one of my favorite shades of all time of life. Definitely keeping it. Here's another essence. This is the shade Oh My Glitter. It's a nice purple. I'm just really not going to get a whole lot of use out of it, and I never have, so it's going to be decluttered. Here is a Pure Ice shade. It's glow in the dark, which is super cool. It is in the shade Upside Down Boo Moon. I've actually not tested this out, so I'm going to keep it because I want to test it out and see how well it glows in the dark. Here's another Pure Ice. This one is in the shade, I really like to do these upside down, Spook Too Soon. Also another glow in the dark that I have not used, so keeping to try out. Here's a Revlon Blue Silver Glitter. It's the shade Radiant. I'm going to declutter it because it is very beautiful, but I just don't use it. Here's an Essence Holographic.com. The shade is Blu-ray. I'm not going to ever use this, so I'm going to declutter it. Here's a Butter London. The shade is Henley Regatta. It's a very beautiful glitter, but I just never use it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Next up, another Sally Hansen Insta Dry. The shade is Time is Money. This is a nice shade. I'm going to keep it for now. Another indie brand. The shade is Al Margarita. I can't remember the name. I'm going to try to find the name of the brand, and if I do, I'll stick it in there. Just never use it anymore. I'm going to get rid of it. Another Maybelline. This is the shade Tenacious Teal. Nice color. Never use it. Getting rid of it. Here's another Essence. This is the shade No More Drama. Never use it. Goodbye. Essence. This is the shade Hard to Resist. However, I have been resisting it for years, so I'm going to declutter it. Another Whimsical Ideas by Pam. This is Saturday Morning Cartoons. A beautiful blue it's a deep blue with red and silver glitter, keeping it. Essence Color and Go. This is the shade Great to Be Here. I really like this shade. This is one of my go-to grays, so I'm going to keep it. This is another Nails Ink in the shade Regent's Palace. It seems so fancy because it has all the diamonds on top, but I'm not going to keep it because I just never... the more I look at it, the more I'm like, this is beautiful. I'm going to keep it. Another Deborah Lippmann. This is in the shade Let's Hear It for the Boy. Again, this was from the Footloose collection. I really love this song, and I also really love the shade, so I will be keeping this one. Butter London. This is the shade Wallace, obviously named after Wallace Simpson. I like this shade, and I do not have anything even close to it in my collection, so I'm keeping it. Another Butter London. This is a shimmery green. It's in the shade Dosh. It's cute. I like it. I think I'll probably try to get some use out of it this spring, so I'm going to keep it. Another Maybelline from their Denims collection. This is Denim Dash. Since I didn't keep the other denim one, I'm going to also get rid of this just because I have no use for it. Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme in the shade Babe Blue. This is so pretty. I'm going to keep it. Essence, this is a shimmery green. I really like it. The shade is Walk on the Wild Side. Looks like some dry cotton stuck to it lips. I'm going to keep it because I really like this. And again, I don't have anything like this in my collection. This another Essence Color and Go. This is the shade Absolutely Blue. I like this, but I think I have very similar colors, so I'm going to get rid of it. Yet another Essence. You can tell these ones are really decently priced and good quality because I have a ton of them. This is the shade Walk of Fame. I'm going to keep it. I like it, and these are small enough that they're not really going to take up a ton of space, so I don't feel too bad about keeping it. Actually, I don't feel bad about it at all. Here's another LA Colors. This is the shade Tradition. I really like this light minty green color, but again, I do not like this formula, so I'm getting rid of it. Here's another Essence in the shade Luxury Secret. It is a nice, it reminds me of black, but it like really reminds me of like stone, but I'm not going to keep it. Here's another Essence. I have like 50 billion, it feels like. This is Chic Reloaded. This is a nice shimmery dual shade, but I am going to get rid of it. Again, another Essence. This one is Enchanted Fairy. It's a nice light pink shimmery. I think I have similar colors already, so I'm going to get rid of it. Here's another Essence Nude. It's the shade Nude Sweet Shade. I am keeping it. You don't see a lot of nudes in this kind of finish. I really like it. Another Essence Luxury Secret. Did I accidentally put this back, or did I have two? I had two of them, so I got rid of the first one, and I'm going to still get rid of the second one. Another Nicole by OPI, another Kardashian color. This is the shade Follow Me on Glitter. I seriously can't get over these names. They're so clever. I'm not going to keep this one, though, because I just know I'm not going to use it. Here's an Orly in the shade Foul Play. This is the only Orly I have ever owned. It's a beautiful purple and has beautiful flakes. Look at that. But I just never use it, so I'm going to get rid of it. And then I have these two Luduranas. I think this is also a Brazilian brand. I got these online. These are beautiful, beautiful flake top coats. I'm going to be keeping them because I really love these. This is another Nicole by OPI. This is the shade Disco Dolls. This is a Kardashian color again. I think this was a Chloe color. I absolutely love this. It's a gold and it has all these like different colored glitters in it, and I love it so much that I actually have two of them because I was like, this is a shade that I love and that I will definitely use again. So I've had these for a while, but I'm going to keep them because I love them so much, and I'm definitely going to make it a point to use it this year. Here is China Glaze in the shade Kalahari Kiss. They had some sort of like desert collection, I think. I'm going to get rid of it though. I just don't use it, and it is starting to discolor. Sinful Colors. This is the shade Unicorn. It's very similar actually to that China Glaze color, just decluttered. So again, decluttering this one. China Glaze. This is the shade Riveting. I think this was in the Hunger Games one as well, unless I'm wrong. I'm going to keep it for that reason. I'm going to look into it later, and if it was, keeping it. If it wasn't, I might get rid of it. Here's another Layla Ceramic Effect. This is a pretty gold glitter. I'm not sure is this still usable. I can't get it off. Can't even open it, so I'm just going to say it's not usable, so I'm going to have to sadly declutter it. I really don't want to. It's so pretty. There's an Essence Color and Go. The shade is Wanna Be Your Sunshine. When you hold it upside down and it's not just immediately like filling, or yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. Another Nails Ink Special Effects. This is the shade Sloan Squares. This is beautiful gray glitter, but I never use it, and I just really don't think I'm gonna get any more use out of it, so goodbye. China Glaze. This is the shade Harvest Moon. Again, I think this was from the Hunger Games collection, but it is such a beautiful shimmery copper. I'm definitely keeping it. I love this. Here's another Lacquer Convention. It was cute and fun to be with. This was a really good one when I first got it, but it's been a few years. It's really separated a lot and it's discolored, so I'm going to be getting rid of it. Another L'Oreal. This is the shade Sexy in Sequins. It's a nice dark glitter, but I never use it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. OPI. This is the shade Pirouette My Whistle. So this was part of that Soft Shades collection they had. That was a ballet theme. I'm gonna keep it because I love it. I loved that collection. I think that was like one of my favorite OPI collections. Another Whimsical Ideas by Pam. This is I Believe in Fairies. This is such a beautiful purple glitter. There's star glitters. It's so cute, so I'm definitely keeping that. Here's Essie. This is the shade Armed and Ready. It's in gray with like goldish shimmers. This was the first Essie color I ever had. I think I'm gonna get rid of it though. Here is another L'Oreal. This is Tweet Me. It's a yellow shimmer. I want to like this color so bad, but I just know I will never get use out of it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. So here's a Spoiled by Wet n Wild. I don't know if they even make this nail polish anymore. This is a mustardy yellow. The shade was Designated Driver. I love the color, but I really, really, really hated this brush, so I'm definitely getting rid of it. Goodbye. An Essence Nail Art Special Effects Topper. The shade is Disco Disco. It's so pretty, but look, it's just not. Even if I give it a good shake, it's just like not doing anything, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Here's another Model's Own. This is the shade Disco Heaven. I love this. It's a gold glitter, but then they have these bluish greenish glitters. I love it. I'm keeping it. Here's an OPI. I know this is from the Muppet Collection. This is Rainbow Connection. I remember I like searched Houston for this shade, and I didn't have a car when I lived in Houston, so I was taking the bus everywhere. And I finally found this shade, and it was so great, and I'm definitely keeping this. Another Nicole by OPI, another Kardashian color in the shade Rainbow in the Sky Lee. It really, really reminds me of Rainbow Connection. Like, I'm not, like, is there a difference even between the two of them? I don't think so. I am keeping Rainbow in the Sky Lee just because they're so close, and I actually genuinely love this glitter, so I don't mind having two of them. And then here's a hard candy. This is the shade Soda Pop. It is a red, white, and blue glitter. Is there black in there? Yeah, I think so. It's discolored. I never use it. I'm getting rid of it. Is a Butter London. It's the shade Darling. It's nice. I just don't think I'm going to get any use out of it. This actually is definitely a shade my mom would like, so I think I'm going to offer it to her. Here is a Revlon in the shade Cherries in the Snow. This one's scented, I believe, actually. I'm not going to keep it. I don't need this shade. And it's another Nicole by OPI. This is Court is Ready for a Petty. Obviously another Kardashian color. This is a nice red, but I think I have a lot of red options. Actually, I'm going to keep it. I do like this. I'll get rid of some other reds. Here's another Revlon. This is the shade Saucy. It is a red with gold shimmer. It's so nice, but I just don't like it for myself, so I'm going to get rid of it. Nails Ink in the shade Charring Cross. I'm going to get rid of it. Here's another OPI. This is the shade Getting Miss Piggy with it. Obviously a Muppet Collection. I will be keeping it. Essence Color and Go. This is the shade Femme Fatale. I'm going to get rid of it. Here's an OPI. This is the shade Red Lights Ahead Wear. This is also from the Home Collection, I believe, so I'll keep it. Here's another Nicole by OPI. It's the shade Believe It, Do It. It's like a foily pink. I'm gonna get rid of it. OPI, this is shade Live, Love, Carnival from the Brazil collection. I'm gonna get rid of it. This is a shade. I just don't really like this on myself. OPI, this is Kiss Me on the Tulips. No, Kiss Me on My Tulips. It's a Holland collection. I'm gonna keep it. It's a nice pink. I do need to keep some pinks. Essence Color and Go. This is the shade Ultimate Pink. Ultimately, Goodbye. Deborah Lippman. This is the shade Day Tripper. I'm gonna keep it. I do really like this pink. I did buy it because of the name. I do love that song, but I'm gonna keep it. Another L'Oreal. This is the shade Rendezvous. This is just like bubbling out. I don't know if I can even open it. No, not really gonna try. This has definitely seen better days. And it's out of focus. There we go. Definitely gonna get rid of it. Obviously can't even get it open. This Deborah Lippman, this is my favorite, maybe second favorite. Deborah Lippman, I think maybe it's tied for Across the Universe and Sweet Dreams. I love this. It's a pink with these gold flakes. I love it so much. It's sheer but buildable. I love it. Keeping it. Another Nicole by OPI, another Kardashian color. This is the shade Strike a Pose. I'm just not really gonna get any use out of it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Deborah Lippman, the shade is Footloose, obviously from the Footloose collection, but I really love this red, so I'm gonna keep it. Aha, this is a Revlon. This is a scented one. Raspberry Rapture. It's a nice pink, you know, I'm gonna keep it. Actually, no, I'm gonna get rid of it. Another Lacquer Convention Red Light District. This is a nice red with gold shimmer. I love this. I used it recently. I'm gonna keep it for sure. Maybelline Color Show Polka Dots collection. This is Dottie. This is very Halloweenish. You know, I'm gonna hang on to it for Halloween specifically, which I know it's January and that's so far away, but time really does fly, so I'm gonna keep it. Essence, again, it's got that white stuff on it. I don't know what it is, but it's in the shade Time for Romance. I am keeping it because I love this shade. The glitters are beautiful. It goes on beautifully. This is my favorite Essence shade. Here's an OPI. This is in the shade Midnight in Moscow. I'm gonna get rid of it. Here's OPI. This is in the shade Germanicure by OPI. This is very beautiful. It's kind of similar to that Midnight in Moscow, a little bit lighter. I'm gonna keep it. This is from the Germany collection. Honestly, I'd probably keep everything from the Germany collection if I had all of them. I don't have all of them. I only have like a couple shades, but I liked the collection. A and B reminds me of Germany, obviously, and Germany is like one of my favorite places I have ever lived. Here's another OPI. This is in a flirtation ship. It's like a red silver glitter. I never wear this, so I'm gonna get rid of it. It's a Nicole by OPI in the shade My Cherry Amour. Never use it, couldn't get rid of it. I just looked at my pile. I definitely getting rid of way more than I'm keeping, which I'm shocked at. This is OPI, it's a top coat. The shade is Don't Violet Me Down. It was like this sheer thing. What's this? Sheer tints. I just never got it. I got this at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and I just never liked this at all, so I'm gonna get rid of it. For Nicole by OPI Gumdrops Collection, this is Cinnamon of My Dreams. I'm gonna get rid of it. Another OPI, this is the shade Every Month is Oktoberfest. It is obviously the Germany collection. It's very similar to the Germanicure one, but I'm gonna keep it because I do like the collection and I do love this shade. Pure Ice, this was some red, white, and blue, obviously 4th of July themed. And the name is Freedom. I'm not going to keep it because it is separating. It looks like it's kind of discoloring. I don't think it's discoloring actually, but I just never use it, so I'm going to get rid of it. There's another OPI. This is the shade Divine Swine. It is another Muppets Collection glitter. Keeping that. Nicole by OPI again. Smile for the Glamora. Oh my gosh. I love that Glamora. This is another Kardashian color. I am not going to keep it though, I'm going to get rid of it. Another Sephora by OPI, Domestic Goddess, getting rid of it. Colt Snails, this is the shade Iconic, and this brand truly was iconic. Look at how beautiful these flakes are in here, definitely keeping it. Oh my gosh, I have an unboxed Chanel in this shade Coral Mandel. I'm pretty sure I got this off eBay, that's why there's no box and no top, and that's why it's not in the boxed collection. This is a beautiful red, I'm definitely keeping it. Here's another scented Revlon in the shades China Flower. I'm going to get rid of it though because I kept a few reds and I don't really need another one like this. Another Essence. Surprise, surprise. Shade Gorgeous Bling Bling. It's got beautiful flakes in it. I'm going to keep it. Nicole by OPI. This is the shade Shoot for the Maroon. It's a nice maroon glitter, but I'm not going to keep it. This last one is a Savina. It's in the shade Hot Cocoa. It is separating. I'm sure if a good shake it would be fine, but I'm just not going to keep it. We still have my designer ones. These are still in the boxes. I keep them in the boxes, except for these Deborah Lippmans. These are just in the box because I have not opened them yet. Let me start with that. This green shade. It's called Spring Buds. Keeping it. Gonna try it eventually. This one, oh my goodness, Mermaid's Dream. I'm surprised I haven't tried it yet, but look how beautiful it is. And honestly, I loved anything mermaid themed. And this one is Pseudo Silk Kimono. It's a nice white. I'll try that soon. Oh, I lied. I found a Model's Own Hiding. This is in the shade Pinky Brown Beetlejuice. These ones are so beautiful. I'm keeping it. Alright, so here's a Dior. It's in the shade Saint Tropez. I think this shade was pretty coveted when it was released, if I'm not wrong. Pretty sought after. It's a nice blue. I like this. Oh my goodness. I have a hard time bringing myself to use these designer ones just because I'm so broke. Here's another Dior. It's in the shade Nirvana. It's another blue. It's a darker blue. This is nice. It needs a little bit of mixing, but that's fine. I have this Ilamasqua. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing that right, but in the shade Viridian. This is the only one I have from this brand. So pretty. I need to use. Lastly are these Chanels. I used to always joke I buy Chanel nail polish because it's the only Chanel I can afford. It's still true. Back then it's because I was a broke college student. Now it's because I have so much student loans. This first one is the shade Holiday. This was a holiday collection, but they might have made it a permanent collection. This is so beautiful. I love this shade. Fidel. This was like a trio. I have the other one, and I don't know why I didn't buy the third one in this. Well, probably because I was broke. But, oh, look how beautiful. It's a nice shade. Here's the other one that was in that collection, the Delicatesse. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And this is another nice rose shade. This is Gold Fingers. This is from when they opened a Chanel store in Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure. Like, look how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. This is obviously my favorite Chanel that I own. Not that I own many, but... Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my nail polish declutter. That was a lot. As you can see, these are there's some of the shades, and I put a bunch in this box until I can figure out what to do with them. I'm going to let friends and family kind of look through them and then also try to figure out a way to donate some of that. But I ended up getting rid of 123, and all I kept was 118, which still seems like a lot, but I got rid of more than I kept, which surprises me. I actually thought it was going to be harder for me to part with things than it was, and I was just like, alright, bye. So these are all the shades that I ended up keeping. Yeah, so if you enjoyed that, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to me, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!